Well, fine day to you. My name is Archibald Bulloch, and I am the President and Commander-in-Chief of Georgia. I hold in my hand a brave and bold declaration, which is an honor to read to you for the first time publicly here in Georgia on the 10th of August, 1776. The document reads as following. In Congress, July 4, 1776, a declaration by the representatives of the United States of America in General Congress assembled. When in the course of human events, it becomes necessary for one people to dissolve the political bands which have connected them with another, and to assume among the powers of the earth the separate and equal station to which the laws of nature and of nature's God entitle them, a decent respect to the opinion of mankind requires that they should declare the causes which impel them to the separation. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. That to secure these rights, governments are instituted among men, deriving their just powers from the consent of the governed. That whenever any form of government becomes destructive of these ends, it is the right of the people to alter or to abolish it, and to institute new government, laying its foundation on such principles and organizing its powers in such form as to them shall seem most likely to affect their safety and happiness. Prudence indeed will dictate that governments long established should not be changed for light and transient causes. And accordingly, all experience hath shown that mankind are more disposed to suffer, while evils are sufferable, than to right themselves by abolishing the forms to which they are accustomed. But when a long train of abuses and usurpations, pursuing invariably the same object, evinces a design to reduce them under absolute despotism, it is their right, it is their duty, to throw off such government and to provide new guards for their future security. Such has been the patient sufferance of these colonies, and such is now the necessity which constrains them to alter their former systems of government. The history of the present King of Great Britain is a history of repeated injuries and usurpations, all having in direct object the establishment of an absolute tyranny over these states. To prove this, let facts be submitted to a candid world. There are indeed 26 grievances that are listed here in this document, including for imposing taxes on us without our consent, for depriving us in many cases of the benefits of the trial by jury. I will not read all 26. There's another very compelling thing. However, two more grievances are for taking away our charters, abolishing our most valuable laws, and altering fundamentally the forms of our governments, and for suspending our own legislatures and declaring themselves invested with power to legislate for us in all cases whatsoever. Now, after these 26 grievances, in every stage of these oppressions, we have petitioned for redress in the most humble terms, and our repeated petitions have been answered only by repeated injury. A prince whose character is thus marked by every act which may define a tyrant is unfit to be a worthy ruler of a free people. Our final sentiment here then is we therefore, the representatives of the United States of America and General Congress assembled, appealing to the Supreme Judge of the world for the rectitude of our intentions, do, in the name and by the authority of the good people of these colonies, do solemnly publish and declare that these united colonies are and of right ought to be free and independent states, that they are totally dissolved from all allegiance to the British Crown, and that all political connection between them and the state of Great Britain is and ought to be totally dissolved, and that as free and independent states, they have full power to levy war, conclude peace, contract alliances, establish commerce, and do all other acts and things which independent states may of right do. And for the support of this declaration, with the firm reliance on the protection of divine providence, we mutually pledge to each other our lives, our fortunes, and our sacred honor. So, I believe a proper sentiment here then is to no longer shout, "God save the King," for indeed it is by the authority of the good people of these colonies that we are defending our God-given rights. And so therefore, I think it is fitting that our shout and sentiment may now be, "May God save these United States." So I thank you for your time and attention, and trust, as I close, with words that I wrote to my colleague, Mr. John Adams, who lamented that I was not able to be in person at the Second Continental Congress in Philadelphia and sign this document on August the 2nd. But I included to John Adams my reply, "Such a series of victory, having attended the American arms, emboldens us to further trust in Providence that has so remarkably interposed in our behalf, and we cannot but entertain the most sanguine hopes of still preserving our most invaluable liberties." So, as the flag of Georgia upon our schooner, the Liberty, says American Liberty, may American Liberty reign here in Johnson Square and the capital of Georgia. I bid you good day.